And now, the East Westchester Corporation, maker of fashionable plastic fruits and vegetables for all your home decorating needs, brings you the continuing saga of a poor body repair shop heiress on an endless search for love and togetherness on The Gathering Dusk. As we look in on the Fillmore household today, Martha, the carefree daughter, whose beauty is only skin deep, is answering the door to find John, her fiancé of 10 longing years, has just stopped over for a visit.
Oh, John, my beloved darling. How nice of you to drop by. I was just spending time with my cat, Buttons.
There does seem to be a deep bond between you and Buttons.
Oh, yes, there is, my dear. At least there is on my part. I can only imagine that she shares my devotion.
Oh, I'm sure she does, my love.
Do sometimes wish I knew what she was thinking. Like right now. I wonder what's going through her head.
Here's what I'm thinking, my dear. Just when I was about to get here to serve me a saucer of milk and gently massage my paws, this lunkhead John has to show up and ruin everything.
Oh my, look how Buttons is looking at you, John. I believe that's an endearing look.
I wouldn't be so sure, my love. I've always felt that Buttons has a strong dislike for me. In fact, the way she is looking at me right now makes me think that she would like to see you throw me out of the house.
Don't be silly, John. I'm sure Buttons has no thoughts of throwing anyone out.
I'd rather see her kick you out of the house.
Wait, I don't understand why you're here. Aren't you supposed to be working today? Has there been a shutdown of the Kimberly Onions, Tomatoes, and Green Peppers Consortium? Why aren't you diligently and resolutely slicing and dicing onions, tomatoes, and green peppers?
What a keen observation, my love. Actually, Mr. Kimberly and I had a discussion just today about my employment.
And was it amicable, my dashing beau?
Oh, yes, we did come to an agreement. You see, he offered to fire me.
And you agreed with that?
Well, not initially, my love, but when he pointed out that I had no say in the matter, I felt that disagreeing with him would be, well, rather futile.
I'm sorry to hear that, John, and I imagine Buttons is as well.
I'm not sorry, and I'm not surprised. John couldn't slice or dice his way out of a paper bag.
But what would you do for a livelihood, my sweet and precious love?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, my dear Martha. You see, this recent turn in my employment status provides me with the opportunity to pursue my lifelong ambition of becoming a lion tamer.
I never knew your lifelong ambition was to become a lion tamer, my dear.
Well, I suppose calling it my lifelong ambition is perhaps a bit of an exaggeration, but I have been thinking about it since I saw that movie on television last week about the circus.
Well, at least this explains why you're carrying around a chair and a whip.
Oh, yes. These are the tools every good lion tamer uses as a means of bringing a wild and ferocious jungle beast like a lion into submission and obedience to him.
I see. The whip is meant to intimidate him, no doubt, and the chair is so that you have somewhere to sit once the lion has been tamed?
Oh, well, I don't know exactly, but the lion tamer in the circus movie I saw last week had them, and so I assumed they were important. But of course, once the lion has been sufficiently tamed, and the lion tamer has complete control over the beast, he can discard the chair and whip, as the lion will totally submit and obey him with just a word, with just a look, why, with just a thought.
Oh, John, how incredibly intrepid of you. I simply cannot wait to see you in action. But where is your lion?
Well, I seem to be having a bit of a difficulty in that department, my love. I stopped by at Mr. Frisbee's pet shop, but he had none on the shelves. He must be out of them.
Oh, John, I have an idea. Why don't you demonstrate your lion-taming prowess on Buttons?
Buttons?
Of course.
Oh no, you keep that moron away from me. I don't want any part of this.
Lions are cats and Buttons is a cat. If you can tame a lion, I'm certain you can tame Buttons.
Don't count on that, sweetie.
Oh, very well. Well, the first thing I need to do is to crack my whip, like this. Ouch!
Oh, John, are you quite sure you're supposed to hit yourself with a whip like that?
Oh, I would hope not.
So, this could be fun.
I believe the secret is all in the wrist.
Oh, but Unfortunately, you've always had very uncoordinated wrists, my dear.
And now I will crack my whip and command Buttons to sit. Ouch!
Perhaps you should just command Buttons to sit and let the whip be.
Yes, my love, I believe that would be less painful. All right now, Buttons. Sit. Sit, Buttons. Sit.
Oh, John, Buttons isn't sitting. She's just looking at you very indifferently.
Yes, I see she is.
Oh, don't be put off by that, my dear. Cats are known for their indifference. In fact, I believe a large group of cats is called an indifference of cats.
Well, I will try again, this time by lifting the chair in her general direction. Sit, Buttons, sit.
Definitely not.
This doesn't seem to be working, John. Buttons is still not complying with your command. Perhaps you need to demonstrate to her what it is you desire her to do.
Oh, well, I don't...
Oh, sure. Here, put the whip in her paw. Let her sit on the chair. All right, now, Buttons, command John to sit.
Oh, but Martha, this seems highly...
Oh, please, John, I'm certain this will work.
I'm beginning to like this. Okay, John, look at me. I am commanding you to sit.
Oh, John, it's working. See how intently Buttons is watching you.
Sit, John. Sit.
Ouch! Yes, ma'am.
Very good, John. Adding the ma'am was a nice touch.
All right, now let's try this. Roll over, John. Roll over.
Ooh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
John, my love, what are you doing? Why are you rolling on the floor like that?
I'm not quite sure, my darling Martha. Something seems to be compelling me.
Ha ha ha! This is great! Try this one on for size. Bug, John.
Ouch!
Bug.
Yes, ma'am.
John, why do you keep saying ma'am and then performing all of these ridiculous actions? Like right now. You're kneeling before Buttons as if you're pleading with her.
Well, I can't quite say, my dear.
Then please stop. It's quite unbecoming.
Unbecoming? How about this? John, my bitter minion.
Ooh!
Get me a saucer of milk.
Ouch!
Yes, ma'am, I will obey.
John? John, where are you going?
Well, for some reason, I feel compelled to get Buttons a saucer of milk.
Why, if I didn't know any better, I would say that my little experiment with you and Buttons has resulted in Buttons taming you. In fact, I don't know any better.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Martha.
Here, Queen Buttons, here is your milk.
Then why, after placing that saucer of milk before Buttons, are you now bowing down to her?
Because I've commanded him to.
Ouch!
John, I believe you should give up your week-long, lifelong dream of becoming a lion tamer. It seems you might be more suited in a career demonstrating to lions how they can be tamed.
I will consider that, my love, but right now, do you have a ball of yarn? I have this strange desire to amuse Buttons by playing with it on the floor.
Ha